Hello everyone, this is Sports Frenzy on LEEKAT TV and I am your boy Casey. I'll be your host for tonight. And with me I have two big fish here that will be taking us through our sports discussion today. I have West with me. Mr. West, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, host.
And I have Sani with me here also.
Thank you very much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are our discussants for tonight, and wonderfully enough, these are two members of two different clubs. We have a Real Madrid fan and a Barcelona fan here tonight. And
Hala Madrid.
Yeah.
Visca Barca.
I hope you find a common ground today. But you are all here because you're Nigerians.
Yes,
So
yes, in the
we're
blood.
gonna get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
First of all, we'd like to look at the Afcon football that is going on currently. And yesterday we had the semi-final between Nigeria and Morocco. And we'd like to look at the overview of the whole sport. Sani, can you give us an overview of the match, looking at Nigeria performance yesterday?
Well, thank you, Casey, for that question. Looking at the game of yesterday, that's the semi-final Nigeria versus Morocco. Speaking on Nigerian part and performance, with all the challenges and all the style of play, I think the boys actually really did well. They've done good for themselves and they've done good for the country, even though that may not be the result that we're expecting. But they actually came out and they played, and I saw the pride of Nigerians in them. They fought like lions, even though we are eagles. But we fought more like lions to keep our pride, and I'm so happy for them. They did so well. They could have done better by winning, but they did so well. We'll give it to them. Overall, I would say the boys have performed well.
You're speaking like a patriotic Nigerian.
That's what we should be at this point in time.
Exactly.
So talking about expectation, Mr. West, what was the expectation yesterday? Were you really expecting something different from what you saw?
Well, thank you, Mr. Casey. From what I saw yesterday, to be candid, right from before the game even started, checking through social media, I found out that I got to understand that majority of Nigerians that were even willing to enter the field for the match couldn't have access. What happened? There was no ticket. So from that, I know there's going to be an issue, because that means these Moroccans have done their job so well, they don't even want us to have any impact. Even if possible, they won't allow the 11 players to enter the pitch.
Or the reserve team.
Or the reserve team.
But I was
So
watching yesterday.
yes,
I was watching
you can
England
hardly
highlights.
find. Even someone said on social media, they said the capacity of the stadium is 65,000. That hardly can you get 1,000 Nigerians on the pitch. So no matter what happened yesterday, no matter the Nigerian expectation is, what the boys did yesterday is fair to me. If we expect, our expectation is for them to get the final tickets.
Yes.
But with everything they put together, for me, I said that game is going to be very funny, because it's going to be a 13 against 11 game. Because right from the beginning, people started complaining about the referee, and the referee came and did what people has even had in mind. So from me, my expectation was the boys would try their best and give us the victory. Well, at the end of the day, we didn't get it. But still, everybody still see the mark of Nigerians on that pitch yesterday, that if all these were not there, these guys would have done better. So for me, what we had is fair enough. And I think it would be a yardstick for us to plan. Like someone said, if you want to win Afcon now, probably we should host. So probably Nigeria too should host, so that we can win Afcon next time. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
So how do you look at the team, Sani? When you look at the absence of Ndidi due to suspension, do you really think it had impact on the performance of the team?
Yes, I think it would be folly to say that this absence did not affect the team. One, he had there was a game plan already, and being the defensive midfielder that he is, he played a very major role in stabilizing that team. With his maturity and experience, he was like a pillar that the team was actually built on. So his absence for that crucial match where we needed somebody with his vast experience actually showed on the team. When the guy that came in to replace him, well, I think probably he got G3 on the final stage. Just like a stage play where you see your main actor, fluffing and bluffing, And then, like Mr. West said, it was a game of 13 versus 11, I don't know the 13 players where, but I think the 13th player for me, or probably 12th player for me, were the crowd. They really had an effect because actually they could shout you out of your game. And Oyedika, sorry, he's a very good player, give it to him, but actually it was jittery in that midfield and he couldn't really play the role that we expected of Ndidi. Because actually we lost the midfield. And that was what these people capitalized on, the Moroccans capitalized on. If we had held on to that midfield, I'm sure, or with all the, maybe the 12th player on the pitch now, like you will have made a mess of it. So I think the absence was really very, very obvious. I wish, well, let me not say that I wish Bali was not in that team yesterday, maybe we had another keeper. But indeed his presence on that field was needed for that crucial match. The higher you go, the more experience you actually need. They try to calm the game down. And see, I think that was a Bassi trying to do that. Then Iwobi did not have the kind of support that he needed, which Ndidi would have provided.
Yes.
So the roving around wasn't that easy. At a point you look and say, "Whoa, where's Osimhen on the field? Where's Lookman?" It was more or less of a rowdy session because that midfield actually was totally absent. I would say.
So you talk about Osimhen. How do you view Osimhen's performance yesterday?
Well, thank you. For me, you see, Osimhen's performance yesterday was hindered by us not being able to coordinate that midfield very well. Because most of our play, even from the previous match, everything starts on the midfield. And once the midfield is not well done or well orchestrated, like what Mr. Lee said, it is not something that you can just throw away. Once it's not there, it's not there. If the ball is coming from behind, the midfield will take up forward. So that lack of midfield presence really affects Osimhen. If you look at the play, I said something when the game was, I said, this guy in the midfield is not doing the work. Remove him, let Moses Simon come in, and let this guy, Lookman, move to 10. And immediately did that change. That was a little change. But because the Moroccans has their game plan, if you count how many crossover waves away from the right flank, which was the major area we're looking to approach them for, but everything was just blocked. So Osimhen can do nothing but to remain where he is. The moment he started going back to the fence and come back, that thing drained his energy compared to other previous players that is mostly at the center of the pitch or in the 18-yard box. So exactly nothing Osimhen can do. Osimhen is not known to be a defender. It's just the team spirit idea that massive defense, massive attack. You understand? But when it comes to his role is to be up front and get the goal into the net. But with what happened yesterday, the Moroccans came in full force and they make sure every flying eagle, the wings were being tamed to some extent. So that's what I said.
You say Morocco came in full force.
They came in full force.
But do you think the officiating had any impact? Do you see that Ghana referee being able to officiate World Cup in the future?
Well, that question, I'm not a FIFA officer or whatever, but from what happened, I don't think that guy can have anything to do with World Cup. Because mostly on a normal level, even referees that are doing well, they are not invited. Not to talk of referees that are not even performing. So for me, that officiating, I don't know what happened. If a team could play in a game and there are over 20 fouls given to Nigeria and there was no single yellow card given to the Moroccans for 120 minutes.
Well, I don't know. Let me just interject there and say that, one, they had the crowd going for them. But it was obvious that the refereeing at this Afcon, forgetting the Nigerian match, has been so shabby, especially when it comes to Morocco games. So my letter, I hope. I
was about to say that too. Okay, Sabelos was given a ban and a fine.
I'm trying to appeal to FIFA.
No, he was given a ban and a fine. I'm
trying to appeal to FIFA that FIFA should not even ban me.
He was
because I said it even before there was any sign that Cameroon would play Morocco. That the officiating in favor of Morocco is like, man, you are hosting, you must win. The officiating is like turning towards that, and it's so obvious. Of course, when you are playing home, there's some advantages given to you.
Of course.
But the advantages of yesterday were just way out of it. Remember the Calvin Bassey's yellow card? When you look at it very well, you'll be wondering, when did we turn to some people that I don't want to mention, that you turn the head to the tail and the tail to the head, you know. And like you said, you know, there are so many yellow card bounded infringement that should have been given, that are just given.
Yes.
At some point, there was foul committed against Nigeria, and it was blown again.
Actually, if you are a player on that kind of a pitch, you know, with that momentum, you will lose everything.
Sure.
It's, you know, it's moral weakness. It's like a blow below the belt, you know. And somebody is blowing you below the belt,
gradually.
and nobody is telling you stop that, you know. Because with every touch, if you watch the Egypt-Senegal match, now I love to bring that in. Go and check the officiating. The Gabon referee was, man, you get up and play that match, you know. And when you check, everybody was like, oh, this referee is okay. He's seeing what is happening. But that of yesterday, just a feel of the hand, the player goes down. And I think where I was, you know, as anytime we touch the Moroccan, we say blow.
And it happens.
And the referee
It happens.
I wish there was a betting that was placed on touch Morocco, referee will blow or not blow.
Oh, not blow,
and I'm probably I'll have been a millionaire by today because what I'll have staked will have been so much.
So we're looking at two disadvantages, one from the officiating and one from the crowd. The crowd cheering Morocco and everywhere.
No, actually, sorry, please. It shouldn't be a disadvantage for the crowd. It's actually part of what plays out, even though.
Do you know what I'm going to go against you in that regard? If you watch all this international league, you watch Barcelona playing, Manchester United playing, in that aspect of the people coming to the stadium, they will surely tell you that there is a particular number that is given to the guests.
To the guests, yes.
I'm going somewhere, sir. Because why will in the Nations Cup the whole ticket has been sold out and there was no particular one for even the supporters of the opponents? What is CAF and FIFA doing as regards that? There should be a rule concerning that. Those are part of what we're saying.
No, you are very right. We Africans, have you not seen where in an African continental match where the delay of flights? I think we went to play, I've forgotten the country during the
Benin, when we played Benin.
No, not Benin, one of the South African countries during the qualifier.
Okay.
You know? And we were jumped at the airport.
Was it? I'm not sure. Is it Benin? Probably.
No, I think Libya. Is it Libya?
I'm not sure.
One of those countries.
I'm
not
sure.
Yeah, they were at the airport for hours.
Yes.
I think
So, when you fix when they go to fix the match in one stadium at the end of the country, and they make you land in the others.
So you have to take transport fatigue.
You know, it's mostly that's more like an African thing. If you remember the Muhammad Ali George Foreman fight in Zaire, you know, when George Foreman was going to open up, he said he saw a lizard in his dressing room. You know, so those are part of what you see. You know, But I'm telling you, the crowd alone with their noise alone, yes, they make the player jittery.
Exactly.
No, they make the player jittery.
Yes.
But honestly speaking, their effect on the game is not as much as that 12th man on the pitch. Because the 12th man on the pitch actually, because you see at times you watch games, you see people blowing whistle from outside.
Exactly.
Nobody listens to that.
Exactly.
And after a while, you get so used to
it. Yeah.
In fact, if care is not taken, they motivate you to want to beat. The Algerians were much. Did you not see the troops of Algerians coming to Morocco? It was as if they were trekking from Seme to Badagry.
Badagry, exactly. Just
they were trooping in, Actually, I tried to Google the distance, quite a distance, but they really came in in mass, thousands, but still that did not really stop us from playing our game. But that 12th man of the opposing team on the pitch could actually demoralize you. Because for any touch, you are expecting a foul. And you have to be very careful so you don't go and commit a foul that will lead to a red card.
Right? So, South Africa has hosted the Cup. Morocco has hosted. South Africa hosted?
Cote d'Ivoire has hosted too.
Okay, Cote d'Ivoire hosted.
Last one.
Nigeria, what do we say about Nigeria?
Did you say Nigeria?
What do you say about
where do you want to host it in Nigeria? Don't let us deceive ourselves. I don't know. Probably you reason where I'm reasoning because Nigeria is not close to it.
No, we can't host. There's nothing wrong in us. We have good stadiums.
Where do we have them? Apart from Akwa Ibom? We have Akwa Ibom, we have Lagos.
Excuse me.
Well, Lagos is not even as good as that of
the insurgents we have in our country will not make us think of doing that kind of a thing. The country, even if allow FIFA to come and check, what if FIFA executive or CAF were kidnapped during the inspection? No, let's be realistic. I think it's not about the stadium or the location to go is a problem for us to give us. What is about security of people who are coming? That's what me I say for Nigeria hosting it.
I hope you know that when it comes to football, it's a unifying factor.
Yes.
Even the bandits at that point in time.
Yeah, they watch football. Well.
Yeah, because you see, when the Moroccans were even given this right, there were protests in Morocco that would have so many other issues. It may not be insecurity like we are talking about, you know. But you know, this insecurity, well, maybe you take away Kano, the northern part, the extreme northern part of Nigeria. Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Akwa Ibom, they may not even know what you are talking about when you talk about insecurity, you know. But it's actually beyond that, organizational structure, sponsorship, you know. Making out. So when you see the Rabat Stadium, I mean, it's lovely.
It's lovely.
It's lovely, you know. Yeah. The environment, everything was so not one of the destroyer company trying to like take off cut off light or generator failing. But it's wonderful. With Nigeria can host, and I pray that one.
Let's come out from that. Looking forward, we have a match coming up again.
Yes, on Saturday.
I thought, please, yes, on Saturday.
So, what will you be expecting to see different this time around? And do you think Nigeria will have way against Egypt, based on what you have watched so far?
Well, in conclusion, I would say that Nigeria has never lost a third place match before. There's no third place match that we have gone into that we have not won. I think if that is supposed to be used to rate teams in Africa, we should be number one.
So we'll rely on history now.
No, that's historically. Two, and the boys also want to make a statement. You know, because there's a way, at least if quote and unquote, we keep saying, no, the Moroccans are the 12th player on the pitch, you know. So how about the Egyptians? I'm sure we should do that. You know, the last friendly we played was with Egypt, where they beat us 2-1. You know, the boys also want to make a statement. At least to say, look, we are still a team to beat in Africa. It's just a statement match for us. Look, based on our own experience of what we have gone through before this stage. So this is an opportunity for us to make a statement. And I trust the Nigerian boys. They want to make a good statement.
Looking at the Egyptian play, looking at Mo Salah, those guys, what do you think about it?
With what happened to us in the last match against the Moroccans, I don't think Mo Salah will have any mouth in this coming match. Nigeria is not going to take anything. They will see it as an avenue to really let Nigerians know that what happened the other time was an error, and this time around we want to let them know that we are still who we are. The fact that a bird could not fly yesterday doesn't mean we will not fly for life. So they will still want to come back and make a statement as you have said.
Call the bird by its name.
The eagle. So it doesn't make the eagle not to fly again. The eagle is wounded, and the eagle is coming back to make sure you take up his title. And at least getting that third place will be a kind of a consolation for Nigerians, so that it won't be we come to the tournament and go empty-handed. I think the boys will bounce back and make the statement and let the Nigerians be happy.
It's quite interesting. Yeah. So what about the final? Who do you think? Who do you see?
To God Almighty, I will never support Morocco. Senegal, I tip. Senegal, I tip. Let them go and bring anything they have. Senegal is stronger, and I think they will have it.
If with the pattern that the competition has been going, you know, the last time Morocco won this competition was in 1976. That's 50 years ago. You know. And so you can see how why everything is tending to the way it's tending, you know. And then Morocco is a highly rated team in Africa. They are also going to the World Cup. They are the host, so I'm sure. Well, give or take, you know. As a West African, honestly speaking, I will tip Senegal. But with what's going to happen on the pitch, I think Morocco may end up carrying the day.
Let them be the 13 players as well. Because I know they will have the whole stadium already.
Let the best team win.
So thank you very much, West.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I hope to see you guys here very soon, before Saturday or probably on Saturday. We'll be here again to look at the match before it begins, and also to look at it after the match.
Good.
Thank you very much for watching, and this is LEEKAT TV. Remember to follow us, like, and share our contents. See you again on Saturday for the third place match. Thank you very much.